Hey everyone, this is Tracy with Color Me This. I have a bonus episode. I had said on Saturday when I filmed my haul video that the one exciting item for me that was on its way was not going to come. Initially, it was going to arrive by Saturday. Then it said Wednesday because it was coming from California. But it arrived today, so I thought I am going to just sit down here. I have a few minutes to spare, and I am going to open this up, and we're going to swatch out the final set 3, which is called CIRTC, otherwise known as Seascape. 51527 is the code, and I have been hunting high and low for a used version of these pencils. You can buy them new on Amazon for around $30. You can buy them on Blick for like around $30. It kind of seems like $30 to $32 is the going rate for these. Of the 3 sets that there are, which is RTA and B, and this is C, this is the most expensive one, which I find interesting because you'll see this has got this neon colored pencil, and there are 3 little books, 7, 8, and 9, and the volume 7 is all fluorescence, which typically people don't use the neons. So I find it interesting that this one is the most expensive set. I even tried going to Amazon Japan, and I could have got these for $16.99, but shipping makes them $33.50 or so. So I got very lucky. I always peruse eBay, Mercari, and Facebook Marketplace looking for deals, and right now I'm focusing on completing the Black Widow set and completing the Irojiten set. And as far as pencils go, that is currently all that I've been working on as far as collecting goes. So the Irojiten, I really enjoyed coloring. I did the sweets and desserts, junk food actually is what it is, page. And now my dryer is beeping at me, so I have to go get what is in it, and I'll be right back. All right, I am back. Continuing the story of the deal. I saw these get listed. I am doing my search specifically on the RTC or the Seascape version, used or new. You'll see that these are still sealed in the package, and they popped in for $22.99 with $6 shipping, I believe. So I made a counter offer, which I really love that feature. I just figure anything on eBay you should always counter offer, never just, unless it's something you're desperate to have and you don't want to risk not getting it. You get like up to 5 different chances to do counters, but you could always, if the counter offer fails, you can just pay full price. The only risk is that somebody else will get it. So I countered from their $22.99. I countered at $19.99 because I knew I wanted it and I didn't want to lowball them. And I also knew that they were calling this used, but clearly it was sealed, and there was no pictures of the pencils. So and there's no returns on this. So because of those factors, I thought I'm going to try to go ahead and pay a little bit less because it is a bit of a risk. The person's score on eBay was in the hundreds, I think. For instance, my score from years of selling on eBay back in the past, I am a 539. So I take risks periodically buying things from people who have a rating of 0, 1, 2, or 3. If I feel that the value is there. But this person had 100 and something on the rating. They very clearly stated that it was used but unopened. So I took the gamble, and we are going to open this together. It clearly looks like the original cellophane. Nobody tried to be doing anything tricksy, putting cellophane on, and it has the paperwork is all perfect. So let's open this together and see what we find. Got my scissors here. So I will be leaving at the end of the month to go back to where we are from, and we have are belongings that have sat for 8 years at my mom's house and at my husband's parents' house. So we are heading back there to do something with all of it. It will be interesting because a lot of it is crafting things, and then there's some, you know, memorial type things, like all of my belt buckles I won showing horses and trophies, and I won some custom spurs. So we're going to go back and get all that stuff finally. We are ready to be done with Washington State. So everything looks good. I did feel that the weight of these felt like there were pencils in them. I can even hear them. So I'm going to set them off to the side and we're going to look at them one by one. Here is the paperwork that comes inside. Every one of them that I bought did come with all the paperwork. One of the two did not come with this outer case. And then the set of 10 that are the ones that you buy singles didn't come with any packaging. And I'm okay with that. So the first ones up here are going to be the neons. There they are, looking beautiful. Very excited. I am not a neon person, so in my mind I'm getting 20 pencils to complete the set of 100, and if I use these fluorescents, that's great, but I'm not counting on them being colors that I would use. So now let's look at volume 8. And I do have these little booklets on display in my craft room. Someday I will get everything back to organized enough so that I can do a film of like a version 3 of my craft room, which has pretty much totally converted from card making to everything out is coloring. And then the card making stuff has always had cabinets and it hides, put away. The only thing out of my card making still, which that'll stay out, are all of my inks and re-inkers, and my markers. So here are the pastels. Everything looks great. They look shiny new. They have clearly not ever been touched. And then the last one is dull tone darks. So these have a funky code for here's what they look like. This is a dull tone, so I say dark. So they have these funky codes similar to the Black Widow tones, and so I am going to be creating a filled in, there's already a swatch sheet that is done by, I have it right here. It has already been done with the codes. Here we go. RachelHendersonColoring.co.uk. She has been working madly at creating a whole bunch of really helpful resources. So go look at her website to see the just tons of different downloadables and comparisons. She's doing a great job. And so I'm going to be filling this in, and then I will take these codes and I will put them in my case insert. I am using, let's see if we're far enough back so that you can see that I have the zippered case. So it's got the 3 zips and it's 22 pencils per side. And this is a 120 case, and there's 100 pencils that completes this set. So I've already put gaps. I do already have my insert, and I will write in the codes, but I'm also going to type out the codes so that you guys can have that as a downloadable for those of you who are getting the Irojiten. And again, I am quite surprised at how good these pencils are. Now, I really do like my prangs. They don't have good color payout, but they officially are the hardest pencils I own. But I use them a lot for the coloring class lessons. So I am very comfortable with using a super hard pencil. So these are like prangs on steroids because they are so much more pigmented. And I have had mixed reviews on these. Some people say that they don't put out a lot of color, but they are a layering pencil. So if you are patient and you layer up your colors, you're going to get plenty of vibrancy and pigment. So I very much enjoy these pencils a lot. So I am going to, I'm not sure how much time I have, by the way, because Hub is out there working on our palm trees and the neighbors' palm trees. It's really kind of crazy that we live in Florida now, and the types of vegetation is so very different. So the palm trees are very tall. He uses the neighbor's 20-foot tall extension ladder. And right now he's working on our two. We only have 2 palm trees in the back. We're going to get rid of them because they planted them way too close to the house, which I don't like, and neither does Hub. But they're short enough that I don't feel like I have to be out there to assist if he needs anything adjusted or needs a new blade put on his saw. So he is out there now. I don't hear him right now. I am sitting in my recliner because I was out in the craft room and you could hear him sawing and doing stuff. So let's get to it. The first color that I see that I have not filled in, let's see what it's called, is VP, which is very pale. I'll call it pastels. The color is eggshell. This is a little bit awkward for me. I will say these little books filled with pencils are kind of like, they're everywhere over here on the side. So let's just see what we have. We're not going to see much on this one, are we? Yeah, not a lot. I would love to be able to put these in their slot. So I am going to attempt to be somewhat organized here. So give me a moment to put the books aside. My current book is right here, and then my case is open. We'll see how well I did at calculating the empty spaces. Okay, the next one is going to be looking through. So you have all these codes, and I am looking for a VP. There's 3 VPs right there. They look like they're all peaches and pinks. So I have grabbed all 3 that look perfect for that area. The letters are a little bit difficult. I do have my light here that will help me. All right, so VP3 is the first one, which is Ecru. These are such a nice looking pencil, so unique, with the glossy white and the beautiful dipped ends. I hear Hub moving. I think he moved to the other tree. All right, so I should have 3 slots free above Orchid Pink. And I do not. That means that I failed miserably. Okay, so since I didn't leave enough slots free, which is what I was afraid of, I'll just set them back in the box for now. VP1 Cameo Pink. I think this is going to be like my perfect pink. As a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, our colors change, the ink colors, periodically. And then we have 5 each year that are called in colors, that are kind of more timely colors. So my argument with Stampin' Up! Is that, oh, I think he's calling me. Oh, he took a picture of something. Anyhow, so the this pink, which is like a bluish pink, Stampin' Up! For whatever reason just can't seem to have that color, and I don't understand why. First world problems, right? So Almond Blossom VP2. This is also going to be a perfect pink, isn't it? 2 perfect pinks. Let's compare these. What is the difference between these two? the almond blossom is darker, but as you can see, there we go. I think that the dipped end is not quite, it's good for the top one, the pale one, but I would like the dipped end here to be not quite as drastically different, because those don't look very different to me. All right, moving on. I am going to pause really quick, and I might just continue this later if Hub needs me. So, but you guys won't even know. It'll be just a split second. I am back. Hub is settled, and I did go ahead and reorder the pinks, so they now fit in their slots. And the next one in this box is a pastel VP10 Verbena, and there is VP10. While I was up getting Hub some water, I grabbed my book, so when I'm finished swatching these, I'll share with you the one full page coloring I did. I also looked at my schedule. I have a random number generator formula in Excel. The last set to complete the full rotation of all of my sets that I will get to color with is the Irojiten. So I'm trying to figure out where this is going. Crocus is a purple. Oh, there it is. So we won't see the Irojiten used again for probably another couple of weeks, because this week I have a big 9 pencil set full page to work on, and that'll take at least 4 days, I'm thinking. So we've got some greens here. Oh, I see Lupin. Lupin is a very pale lavender VP9. So I believe I've already said these are one of the sets that you can buy singles of from the art stores. They are $2.46 a piece, I believe, buying them as singles, which in the long run will save you money, because there's probably certain colors that you will use up well before any of the other colors. So hyacinth blue 19. There it is. They're so shiny. All right, the next one is also a blue. I see it as Horizon Blue VP8. Here it is, way down here. You will probably be asking yourself, has she done her swatches that fit in the big fat book of swatches that have the little holes punched in them? No, I have not. So I am simply doing what I call my quick swatch tactic. And I have 2 things I need to do, which is, there it goes. I have to do the index sheet that will go in my case. And then I also need to, I have Cascade VP7 right here. So yeah, I have to do the index sheets. I will type those up for you. And then I will probably, since I already have to do that, and I hate when I commit to these things, so I hope I remember that I committed to it. For my swatch style of half-size swatch sheets, I will also do codes to then apply, just like I did with the Black Widows, so that it makes it easier on everyone and we're not having to write them all out. Asparagus VP5 is somewhere in here. Oh, I guess opal green is going to come first. I don't know why. Oh, that's a typo on Rachel Henderson. It's actually just VP6, this 5. That's wrong. VP6. Oop, you can't even see what I'm doing. So right here is 65, and it should be 6. I believe each of the books, it's only, I see some that go up to 20, a D20. So definitely not 65. And that is opal green. Parrot green is right below it. There it is. Asparagus VP5. Right there. Oh, I'm getting the call. Asparagus VP5, I got about halfway done. Let's finish that off. I'm going to pause because I have got a little problem with my sort in my case. All right, we are moving on to the neons. And the neons start with F for fluorescence. And lightning yellow is the first one. Here is what its tip looks like. Right below it is firefly yellow. And there's the firefly yellow. So far, the first two feel exactly like any of the other pencils. A lot of times the fluorescents will feel like they don't have a big payout. You'll try to put color down and it'll be very faint, but these feel normal. Dazzling Sun, F5. Going into a couple of fun fluorescents. Sunset Orange, F4. And then I think that the names are actually pretty clever. This color is called Equatorial Orange, F3. Moving on to two fluorescent pinks, F1 and F2. F1, Plastic Pink. F2, Surprise Red. Wow, that actually colors really vivid. Nice. Nice, nice. Surprise red. Still looks pink to me. On to the greens. Neon green F8. Way over here. Flash green. And the last one is vigorous green. Last book. Volume 9, dull tone, and I like to call it dark tone. All right, so starting with, we have a pink-ish. Tyrian purple DL10 right here. That is going to go above the plum, right? Yep. A purple. Heather, DL9. Don't see any pinks, so we're going to go on to these two blues. There are two blues left. J blue and hydrangea blue. So DL7 right here. I love the satisfying feeling of finishing a color family chart. I think of these as the color family or sort order chart, which is preliminary to doing my swatch chart. And next is hydrangea blue, and that goes up here. This is turning into a first look of the Seaside set. Okay, over in the blues, this should be the slot. And J blue. On to the greens. All right, where's this one? Hummingbird, DL6 is down here. Two more greens. We've got both olive tone. Verdigris, DL5. The book has fallen. This should be sage green, right? Yep, sage green DL4. The last green to fill in. Looking good. Oh, isn't that interesting? All right, I'm gonna say this right here is called oil yellow. Way back over here for the yellows. I thought it would be in the browns, DL3. Way back here is a slot. And two more. We have cinnamon and cedar wood. Here is the cinnamon. And then cedar wood. Looks like that. And there we have it. I have now a full set of the Irojitens. And I paid around $26. Right around $26 for each of the three sets. And the set that I got, I even think I paid like $26 for the set of 40, which was, I believe, set A plus the 10 singles. So let's take a quick glance at the full color palette. The yellows, lots of yellows. I would say a little light on the oranges. There's really just two here, and they're pretty soft orange. Let's see if there's any oranges when we hit the browns. A few reds. Dark maroon, dark plum. I don't know why this Tyrian purple is called purple. That kind of looks like mauve to me. Or mauve, as some people call it. Sea fog, lilac. These pinks look so soft. Isn't that crazy how soft they look? Then we have a nice middle pink. lavenders to purple. Blues have a good range. Aqua's well covered. Some brighter greens. And then a bunch of light greens. Wow, that's a lot of greens, isn't it? Good thing that's my favorite color. Then we have kind of the olive mustard and into the orange to brown. Bamboo is the only one. So yeah, I see we're light on oranges. So here's what we've got for the oranges: apricot, oak yellow, a couple of fluorescents that I probably wouldn't use, and then tangerine orange. And then over here, not very many grays, lightly represented, a nice dark brown. I wouldn't mind one more like a chocolate color. And then 2, 3, a taupe that really looks like a gray to me. A warm gray, a cool gray, and a black. All right, so before I go, I do want to share the one full page coloring. It does not include set C that I just got, but I just want to let you guys see what you can do with these. I had a really good time coloring this page. I've never colored food. Food isn't, I eat it, but it's not like my thing. I'm not really a cook or a baker. I'm a food eater. So it was fun to put all these together. And again, I'm looking at what I'm coloring now. I have 9 sets on this busy page. And I then have 6, and I believe that we will finish this week, maybe start on this page. And the Irojiten is the last page, or last set, and I think it'll be on this page, which is nice because it's such a hard tip that I should be able to give it a good test of how precise you can get with these very small images. So that's it. My first look at the Seaside set C of the Irojiten pencils, completing that set, leaving me with only 2 sets that are not complete. One that I probably will never finish, and that's the Holbeins. I own 35 of them. And then the Black Widow I own a little over half, and I have 2 tins left to get, the Monarch and the Dragon. So that's it. Do all the YouTube things, like, share, comment, and consider subscribing. I do color every day in the Daily Color, every day except Sunday, so you can join me there. I have a new series of that Daily Color called Big that I will be coloring in romantic country, and all of the decisions have been made. You guys helped greatly. So I will be doing that at least one day this week. So hopefully I will see you then.